Welcome to Epic Infinite. Today we're diving headfirst into a cosmic pool of a concept that has puzzled philosophers and mathematicians for millennia: infinity. Get ready to have your mind blown wide open as we explore the top 10 most fascinating facts about infinity. This is going to be fun! When most people think of infinity, they imagine it as endless, something that goes on forever without any boundaries. But infinity is more nuanced and complex than just being endless. It's like comparing grains of sand on a beach to stars in the universe. Both are vast, seemingly uncountable, but one is significantly larger than the other. Both are vast, but one is bigger. This idea can be mind-boggling. Consider the set of whole numbers, infinite, right? You can count them forever. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now think about the set of real numbers between 0 and 1. This includes every possible decimal. Every decimal you can imagine. 0.1, 0.11, 0.111, and so on. Infinitely many decimals. 0.11, 0.111, and so on. The possibilities are endless. These two infinities aren't the same size. The infinity of real numbers between 0 and 1 is actually larger. The infinity of real numbers between 0 and 1 is larger than the infinity of whole numbers. This can be hard to grasp. It all comes down to how we define size in infinite sets. Mathematicians use specific methods to compare these sizes. We use abstract concepts like one-to-one correspondence to understand and compare these different infinities. This helps us make sense of the seemingly impossible. Imagine a hotel with an infinite number of rooms. Every room is occupied. You'd think it's full, right? It seems impossible to accommodate anyone else. But this is Hilbert's Infinite Hotel, named after the brilliant mathematician David Hilbert. A new guest arrives wanting a room. What do? In a normal hotel, they'd be out of luck. No vacancies mean no room. But here, we ask every guest to move to the next room. It's a simple yet ingenious solution. Room 1 moves to room 2 to room 3, and so on. Each guest shifts one room up. Room 1 is now free for the new guest. Problem solved. Now an infinitely long bus arrives with infinite passengers. How do we handle this? We ask each guest to move to double their room number. This creates space. Room 1 goes to room 2 to room 4, and so on. Each guest moves to a room that is double their current number. All odd-numbered rooms are now free for the new guests. This way we can accommodate an infinite number of new arrivals. The infinite hotel paradox shows us the fascinating and counterintuitive nature of infinity. It challenges our understanding of space and capacity. It's a thought experiment that continues to intrigue mathematicians and philosophers alike. The concept of infinity is truly mind-boggling. So next time you think something is full, remember Hilbert's Infinite Hotel. There's always room for more in the world of infinity. Geometry is another realm where infinity appears. Think about a line that extends infinitely in both directions. Zoom in, and any segment contains an infinite number of points. It's like Russian nesting dolls, but with points. Planes and three-dimensional spaces also contain infinite points. This isn't just theoretical, it has real-world applications. Engineers use geometric principles involving infinity to design stable structures. Calculus, the mathematics of change, involves infinity in fascinating ways. It allows us to explore concepts that go beyond the finite, diving into the realms of the infinitely large and the infinitely small. Imagine a curve approaching a straight line but never touching it. This is a classic example of how calculus handles infinity. That line is an asymptote, representing a limit as variables get infinitely large or small. Asymptotes help us understand the behavior of functions at the extremes. Dividing a number by a very small number makes the result approach infinity. This concept is crucial in understanding limits and behavior of functions. Calculus uses infinity to describe values getting arbitrarily close to something without reaching it. This is essential in defining limits and continuity. It's a rigorous way to handle the infinitely small and large. By using these concepts, calculus provides a framework to solve problems that would otherwise be impossible. Is the universe infinite? Astronomers and physicists have pondered this for centuries. Some theories suggest the universe might be infinite in size. Others propose it might be finite but unbounded, like the surface of a sphere. Then there's the idea of the multiverse, infinite parallel universes. Infinity helps us explore these possibilities and understand the cosmos. The infinite monkey theorem is a classic example of infinity's bizarre conclusions. It states that a monkey with a typewriter and infinite time will eventually type Shakespeare's complete works. Typing randomly, it's unlikely to type even a sentence. But with infinite time, even improbable events become certain. Like flipping a coin infinitely, you're guaranteed to get a sequence of 100 heads eventually. This theorem illustrates infinity's power. Ancient Greek philosopher Zeno posed paradoxes about motion and infinity. One famous paradox is Achilles and the tortoise. Achilles gives the tortoise a head start in a race. Zeno argues Achilles can never overtake the tortoise. Achilles must first reach the tortoise's starting point, but the tortoise moves ahead. This process continues infinitely, with Achilles never catching up. Zeno's paradoxes challenge our understanding of motion and infinity. Mathematician Georg Cantor revolutionized our understanding of infinity. He compared the sizes of infinite sets and proved not all infinities are equal. Cantor's diagonal argument showed more real numbers between 0 and 1 than natural numbers. This challenged the idea that infinity was a single concept. Cantor's work laid the foundation for modern set theory. Infinity has inspired artists and writers throughout history. M.C. Escher's artwork depicts infinite loops and impossible structures. His work plays with space and perspective, exploring infinite possibilities. In literature, infinity explores themes of eternity and the universe's vastness. Jorge Luis Borges's The Library of Babel imagines a library with every possible book. Infinity provides a rich tapestry for storytelling and philosophical exploration. We encounter infinity in everyday life more often than we realize. Think about time, stretching infinitely from past to future. We experience finite time, but the idea of infinite time is ingrained in our thinking. Consider dividing something into smaller pieces infinitely. This concept of infinite divisibility is fundamental in mathematics and physics. We grapple with it in everyday life through fractions, decimals, and matter's nature. There you have it. 10 mind-blowing facts about infinity. From different sizes of infinity to its presence in art, the universe, and daily life, infinity never ceases to amaze. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Epic Infinite, and hit the notification bell. Let us know in the comments which fact blew your mind the most. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.